We're just getting ready to leave. We have to drive about 8 hours through a winter storm today, so we're going to take our time, probably sleep in a hotel tonight, and we're going to do 6 days in the winter cold camping. Yeah, this is our home for tonight. We're going to sleep here. Ken's in the other room by himself. We'll get all slept up and rested for tomorrow, and we'll be able to start out fresh and early. Oh, camera! Oh, camera! So this is what we woke up to. I think dog was really nice today. It's not pleasant out, that's for sure. Well, here I am looking all goofy, bundled up for the weather. Oh, shut up, Kyle.
You really do look goofy.
Here we go. 6 days. Hurry up, Kyle, I'm cold.
That's the worst one.
Well, that really sucked. It was super windy and cold, and we had to switch off, taking lead, because the snow is about a foot in most places, and the drifts are around 2 or 3 feet. Some of them, it's all just fresh powder. We're getting dumped on. It's a snowstorm today, so we crossed three lakes. We have one more to do, and this one we have to do is the biggest one. But we made it this far in about 2 hours. So as long as we get to our camp by 2, we'll have enough time to set up and get some firewood. This is gonna be my camp for tonight. I'll post up between these two trees. Just arrived at a suitable campsite. We walked for 4.5 hours today. I'm dead. I'm very, very hungry, and my water bottle is frozen. We gotta get camp life going on right now so we can get everything all squared away, get some water and food into us. I'm gonna be using 2 tarps. These guys have tents. I'm gonna use a tarp to set up. This time I used my Gold Lake shingle a while last winter. I didn't like setting it up, so figure out something with the tarps and call it good. We're not staying at this spot for the duration of the 6 days, so I just threw up a really quick tarp shelter for tonight. I put a tarp on the bottom. I don't like to have snow on the bottom. It's nice to have something underneath you. So my sleep system, my baby bag, my big -30 bag, my -7 bag, and I got a pillow in there too. Should be decently warm tonight. I'm gonna put up a small tarp on this side, my 5x7, as like a door windbreaker kind of thing. I'm just gonna tie this up here real quick, nothing fancy. I'm actually gonna tie the tarp around itself. That's just my beater tarp, my 5x7. that's that. I'll just leave this flap over here so I can get in and out my doorway. Oh, pulled it off. Just so that it'll break some wind. That's all I'm trying to get it to do. There's our camp. Kyle's in his Hillberg tent there. The sun came out, which is awesome. It's really cold still. It's probably right around, Kyle said it's around 5 Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. It's cold. It's good. It's a clear night now. It's going to be cold night tonight. Basically, after we got to our camp, relaxed for a bit, we made up some cup of soups, get some hot liquids into us. Because after walking all day, you get sweaty. Regardless if you try and stay not sweaty, you get sweaty. And you stop and you get cold. So I'm going to leave the clothes on I have on until I go to bed tonight. When I go to bed, I'll change out. But like I said, until then, we keep ourselves warm by drinking a cup of soup or cutting firewood and all that stuff. That's where those guys are right now, cutting some firewood, and I'm just slacking off here. But just going to hang out for the rest of the night, probably here, and tomorrow we'll be able to look for a good site at the lake we're going to. We walked across 4 lakes today. We'll walk across 1 more and set up for the duration of the trip, 4 or 5 more days or something like that. Did he do it?
Yeah. Hang on.
Make it quick, boy. Oh my god.
What? It's just...
Yeah! Standing ovation! You see, I'm making a good base here. It's super, super important in the winter in the deep snow like this to get a good base, or else I could be trying for 2 hours. I want to get a fire going. I'm just trying to get some of these cedar pieces split down a bit so that I have some mid-size kindling. I have some twigs and pencil size, but then it goes up to thumb and that's too thick, so gotta get split down some. So I got this birch bark off of a tree. This is like ribbony birch bark. It's hanging off of a tree. It's not like the where you have to cut it and peel it. That's not good for the tree. This stuff where it's just hanging doesn't hurt at all. And you just want to rough it up a bit so it'll accept the spark from a fire still. So I'm breaking my twigs in half so I have more surface area. And I'm going to light it using a fire still. So once it starts to go, you want to turn it upside down so that it catches the rest of it. Throw your twigs on, and then cross your bigger pieces above it. And that'll get going pretty quick. So we are conserving our firewood. It's only 5 o'clock right now. This isn't going to be our fire that we stay up with. I'm cooking a steak. I brought a steak tonight and I have to have a fire to cook it. Can't cook that on the stove. So I'm going to get this going, get a bunch of coals, grill up my steak, and then I'll be set for the night. Oh, she's coming along. Well, sorry about the fog on the lens. I I can't get it fixed right now. It got pretty cold last night, and trying to mess with the cameras hard in the cold. So got down to a negative 30-ish Celsius last night. Pretty cold, but we all slept pretty good. The one thing we are moving sites today, and it's a good thing because when you sleep on top of snow, even inside all your stuff, it gets slick from your heat, and you start to slide if there's any kind of angle. And obviously there is angles everywhere. We're in the woods, so I ended up sleeping almost outside of my tarp, which wasn't fun. So we'll get that remedied up at the next camp. Just eating some oatmeal and stuff. We're gonna get ready to go. Toque, my flashlight, or my headlamp, sorry, some paracord, some peanut butter, and some snacks. It's not much, but it's all things I want to be able to access without taking my whole sled apart. It's got a nice sternum strap on it, and the comes with a whistle. Fancy.
Oh, Joe, you're the best.
Well, here we are on the trail. Kyle and Ken behind, and just looking for Bear Lake. We're probably about halfway there now, so that'll be the setup spot. Well, we made it. It's Bear Lake here, and I'm tired of pushing my sled. So there she goes.
Crash.
It worked. Look at that. Danger.
Dangerous there.
Well, I think we all found our campsites. Ken's gonna be over there. He's stomping down the snow, put up his big tent. Kyle's gonna post up underneath that big white pine over there. And I got this spot. I gotta dig out. I chose this as my camp spot because it's a big open spot right here. I'll have enough room for my tarp. The wind is gonna be coming this way, so I have two trees that are facing the correct way, where I can set my back of my tarp up. That's gonna block the wind. I don't want the wind running parallel to my tarp because I'm not having a fire, so there's no smoke to swirl in. I want the wind blocked by my back. There's nothing dead around. I'm going to break off these branches and get them out of the way for sure, but other than that, dig out the snow and make it like home. There's a layer of ice. This is going to be my home for the next few nights. I'm almost done. We got a tarp shelter up in an Adirondack configuration. I'm going to put a flat one down in the front as kind of a door. We'll see how that works. shovel all the snow away from this spot. So it's hard to get snow from the snow anchors. That's all I did the whole thing. I used snow anchors with this, and it's useful. It works. It works well. You just use sticks, turn them sideways, just like you saw me do here, and bury them in the snow.
So we got a little bit of breeze coming this way. I'm building up a nice big area here so the fire doesn't melt down through the snow. We don't get any warmth. They're making us a nice backrest, probably about head high. That way we don't have any wind coming at us. Nice.
Perfect.
Oh, I thought you were getting that big one. I'm like, that looks pretty large.
He has leaves.
All right, about 5 more of those.
Don't be scared. Well, now that we've melted snow for some water and got some water and food into us, I think we're gonna walk around, try to find some more firewood. Might go take a trip out to the lake, we'll see. We just got back from not a long hike at all across the lake and back, and it exhausted us, so just take a minute and relax. This is Ken's setup. This isn't where he's camping. He's actually camped in a tarp over there, but he brought this, what is it, Wilderness, Bear Paw Designs.
Bear Paw Wilderness Designs.
Bear Paw Wilderness Designs.
Luna 4.
Okay, it's similar to it's a Luna 4, it's similar to a Go Light, and he's also got a nice titanium stove in there. So when it gets too crappy outside, we hang out in here, get a wood fire going on the stove. In this immediate area we're at right now, we don't have access to birch. We'll grab some tomorrow when we go out for a walk or whatnot, but we just haven't done it today. So in lieu of that, this is cedar, eastern white cedar. Latin name is Thuja occidentalis. I'm gonna make up a bunch of shavings of this so that I can use that as opposed to birch bark, because these things go up real nice. They're lightweight and they're airy, and have some resins in them, being as it's a cedar. I think technically it's a juniper. I think all the stuff we have here in the States and in Canada is juniper. going with the grain that way. That's how I'm able to get such straight, thin pieces. And see what I mean? It makes nice, airy curls. Super, super soft wood, easy to use. It's good for a bow drill, all sorts of stuff. Just came down to look at the lake. It's almost sundown right now, and we're getting a nice beauty shot of the sun on the lake, so it's pretty cool. Kyle's down there filming. We're just relaxing now with the fire. We all ate supper and we're just kind of hanging out now. It's a really nice night, not too cold, so just chill out and go to bed. It's snowing a lot. It's probably about 7 in the morning. I'm not too sure. I don't have a watch, but it's snowing so much that I don't want to get out of bed. It's like a constant peppering of snow. The shelter's holding up all right. It is sagging quite a bit. There's a lot of snow weight on it, and still coming down. Well, we got some snow, as you can see. This thing held up fine. There's a lot of snow piled up at the bottom, and this flat part on the roof was gathering snow. It's not flat, it's canted, but it was gathering snow. It's drooped a bit because of the weight, but all in all it held up fine. I think next winter I'll be getting probably a winter tent like Kyle. But I'm dry inside. Everything was dry and warm. Nice little cocoon in there. So all is well. We get to explore today, so pretty fun. We're just getting ready to go on a hike now. We're gonna head across the lake and maybe try to get to this other lake called the Six Depot Lake. It might be like a 4.5 hour round trip, so we don't know if we're actually gonna do it or not, but we're gonna go explore for a bit today and walk in the freshly powdered snow. Man, it's gorgeous out here. The snow is pretty deep. I didn't bring my big snowshoes and I'm regretting it. Yeah, we finally made it to Big McNeil Lake. It's pretty cool. We did not follow any kind of trail. We just went by Ken and his GPS. We got here. We're all feeling pretty happy about it. And extremely tired and sore. We've made a little camp spot, little day hike camp spot. We're just gonna sit here and have lunch. They're all posted up, relaxing right in the snow. Eat some food. Maybe make a little twig fire, I'm not too sure yet. Having fun, it's a nice day. Best day so far. Kyle's smart and he brought a thermos full of hot chocolate. Well, Kyle brought a thermos full of hot chocolate. I'm about to murder this Cliff Bar. I got the white chocolate macadamia nut. Bam! Yeah, I'm pretty tired.
You see that?
Plane? Man, that was a hike. Hike for about 4.5 hours. We only stopped for maybe 20 minutes for lunch, not even. Oh, and we are beat. It's been snowing. It started snowing late last night, hard. No, yes, when we first came in it started snowing. It's been snowing for like 48 hours or more. Here's a testament to how strong these Bushcraft USA tarps are. I've had this thing for like 4 years with the original run. Poked a hole through it, patched it up and everything. This thing's still going strong. That is a lot of snow weight on it, and not just up there, all pulling in at the sides, creating tension on all these tie outs, and it's holding fine. I'm pretty impressed. You can tell it's getting a little bit warmer out. We've got these big snowballs on the undersides of this snowshoes. We're bushcrafting now.
Yeah, we're bushcrafting.
Bushcrafting.
Because all the bush is covered in snow.
Kyle doesn't like the snow. Wow. Good job. Oh, it's all fat wood. Nice. You know, this Trailblazer bucksaw, it's a good piece of kit, and I really like it. It works well, except for the fact that I hate the noise it makes in the woods. You probably just heard it here, this really, really loud metallic noise. The fact that it is metal, holding it with cold hands sucks as well. I heard that Adventure Sworn is coming out with a bucksaw. He's making one. So it'll be a really good quality piece of kit, I'm sure, coming from them. Nice wooden frame, everything. I'm sure it'll be a good steel. I'd like to get my hands on, try one of those one day. So much snow. Nope, my wife's doing all right at home. Shoveling the driveway by herself. So the paracord stretches, obviously. So once I give this some tension, I'll get some more room in there again. There, that's much better. About to make our supper fire for the night. Kyle wants to do it.
My turn, it's my turn. Take mini sticks, break them into smaller sticks. Oh.
Or not. We're gonna have to actually put an effort into burning all this wood tonight. Then we're gonna leave this campsite tomorrow. And it seems like every time we cut too much wood, so stay up a little bit later tonight and have a nice fire. We were talking about earlier how it's kind of cool how your little camp becomes a little like hobo village. We have my shelter over there, and Ken took down his tent here today, but all these little shanties everywhere.
Sherpa 100.
And what does that do?
It's just a battery, but it's got a plug-in.
So you bring it out and then you can charge your Nikon camera batteries, whatever.
Yeah, or it's got 2 USB plugs.
Nice.
And a 12 volt.
That's super helpful. This was Ken's hooch for the past couple nights. It was steel nylon tarp, just over an A-frame with logs instead of paracord to support the snow weight. Just a smart idea. And you develop these little tunnels through the deep snow where you've walked with your snowshoes already. So 2 feet that way, and I'll be sinking into my knees. This is a Nice camp spot. We had lots of hardwood, dry, dead hardwood. That's a key thing for winter camping in these temperatures for sure. Ice makes better water than snow does. We're all full now. We had supper. It's just time to relax. We're all melting water to clean out our pots and for water for after supper.
I'm ready to go. I'm doing some awesome bushcraft shit now that You're so dumb.
Wah, wah.
You gotta love editing.
Life fail.
Life fail, yes. So tell us your inspirational wisdom.
We were fortunate enough to wake up to this nice sunrise. It is glorious, man. When you haven't seen the sun in a few days, it means a whole lot. I'm gonna try to take advantage of some of this sun and air out my gear. I got frost and condensation that's frozen on my outer sleeping bag and my bivy bag, so I want to get the sun hitting it. So I'm just gonna open the flap, which might take some work. Yeah, that steak is buried real good. There we go. You can really see how well those snow anchors actually do work. That was solid in there. To be fair, it had sat for a couple days, but still solid. So air and some sun into there. I might even hang them up. Call it good. Oh, we're just on another hike today. It's a beauty day. Sun's shining. It's crest. A little bit of a chill, but as long as you're moving, it's not too bad. Just gorgeous. I found this nice rock ledge, so I think we're going to post up here to have a snack. Nice shelter from the storm. Shelter from the wind, I mean. There's a beaver lodge completely covered in snow right there. We're all just taking it easy now. We got back from like a 2-hour walk. We're all pretty tired. So it's kind of nice just to relax while the wind picks up and blows snow onto me. It's nice just to relax and take a minute. Just lay here. I'm comfortable.
I don't know, Joe, do we?
I don't know.
There's this pile and that pile and that pile.
It's a lot of piles. Kyle. That's a lot of piles, Kyle.
Your pile.
You have piles. I think I'm done shooting video for tonight. My battery's almost dead and I need to conserve some, so this is it. We're basically just making up some dinner, eating our food, hanging out, going to bed. So obviously I'm not in the woods anymore, back at home, and what had happened was my batteries died. It was so cold, my camera was working overtime, and it was 5-6 days out there, you know, I couldn't keep my batteries going. Ken brought his charger, which would have worked fine, but stupidly I forgot my port at home, so I couldn't charge my batteries. But no big deal. What had happened was we woke up in the morning and decided to get out of there that day. So originally when we walked in, it took us 2 days to walk to that site. And okay. And on the way out, we did it all in one shot. It was brutal. It was like 5 hours of going through fresh powder, 2 feet of fresh powder, hauling those sleds. It was brutal. By the time we got to back to the car, I had to strip down naked and just air myself out. I was so sweaty. It was crazy. A couple of things that I just wanted to recap on the video were lows, temperatures. So they were expected to be -26 at the lowest. It got to -30, worked, and it was totally fine. And the warmest was about -8 Celsius. So my sleep system worked great. I had 2 bags in that bivvy, like I showed, and it worked fine. The only thing is I roll a lot at night, and sometimes with the 2 sleeping bags, I would get all twisted up, and when I would wake up to go pee, one zipper would be on one side, one zipper would be on the other. It was kind of hard to get out of the bag, and by the time I did get out, go pee, and get back into my bag, I was fully awake, and it took a little while to go back to sleep. No big deal. It's not a deal breaker. They totally kept me warm, and for the price, I'm going to keep using these sleeping bags, but ideally, one sleeping bag I think would be the way to go. Basically, everything else worked great for my gear. My tarp shelter worked awesome. I, honest to God, don't know how well it would have worked if the wind would have switched directions and started blowing in the other way. I had openings on both sides, but for what it was, 5 days in the winter with low temps and snowing, that tarp held up 2 feet of snow on it. It was very surprised. It did well. So I had a great time. I had a great trip with a couple good guys. Hope you guys liked it. I hope you learned something. Is that funny?
This is my mommy.
Take care, guys. Have a good one. Say bye.
Bye.
Go shut it off.